hope you can see me. Hope you can hear me. My name is not Mark Meckler. It's a wonderful name, but I'm Mark Thom. But I'm too stupid to change the name. I don't know how to do it. So I'm Mark Thom, Thom. So no, I said already my name. I'm 47 years old. I'm a father of 4 kids. And that's a bit about the average in Germany. Usually the Germans have less kids than me, but yeah, it's strange. I'm a venture capitalist for more than 15 years now. And working for financial VCs and for Sony, Google Ventures before. Now heading up the venture capital at Henkel. It's a company in Germany, in Düsseldorf, since the 1st of April 2022. We are having 300 million euro assets under management, investing in different stages, in the early stages in sustainability, so in green tech, same things like you can apply here for. And we're investing in industrial tech, also an overlap to what IHK and AHK are doing. And we're doing tickets between 500,000 up to 5. I have the pleasure to guide you through this program today. We will speak an hour today, and you will get a lot of things which you can get with you if you are leaving. So, and this program of the IHK and AHK, I know since years, and I'm a big supporter. I really love it because at the end, what it is doing, it's combining and collaborating between the external startups from different countries with a huge amount of corporates within North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany, which is a very powerful region. So why is it important? Germany is pretty well known in the world for industrial tech, for green tech, for other things. And it's a lot of big companies here, but Germany is a world leader in small, medium-sized enterprises, which are defined as $1 billion companies, which is really huge. And these companies, there are plenty of them, all in a deep tech or in industrial tech, in green tech, and so on, logistics, as you know it. And startups from all the different parts of the world, usually what they need to grow is, first of all, funding. That's a good idea because funding is something you can get in Germany, but as well through the programs here as well. You can win some money, you can meet some investors. And on the other side, you can get in contact with these companies for collaborations, which is for every startup in the world pretty important. So IHK and AHK are doing a pretty great job here, to be honest, by bringing the companies from all over the world together with the people like you, in together with the collaborations in the big cities and with the big corporates and the small corporates in North Rhine-Westphalia. And that's why this program is very powerful. In the next hour, you will learn a bit about what are the services you can get from IHK? What is in AHK? And what are the different IHKs in this call today? Because I'm not alone, so you can learn and meet all of these people. They will make like a startup pitch. They will pitch to you who they are, where they are located, what they do. And we'll end up the call with some Q&A and hopefully that you get a pretty good understanding about the program. So what is this program about? In a nutshell, program, very simple. Matching great startups from all over the world with German traditional companies and younger companies, older companies, bigger companies, smaller companies, with the idea, with a huge win-win for both sides. And this is the reason. This is working pretty well. I've seen several startups settling in Germany. I've seen several collaborations coming out of this. I've seen funding coming out of this. So this is one of the reasons I'm supporting this pretty much. So, and for the first step, what you could expect from IHK in general, I think we have the best guy on this call as well. It's not me. It's a guy who's also great. Where is he? Mark Meckler. You can recognize him with the missing hair, but with the holy shine around his hair. There
Right.
you can see.
Beautiful
This is the guy.
halo.
And he can speak on behalf of all the IHKs about the services they're offering, what you could expect here. And the focus, as you have seen already before, is for sure in this matching program, but it is in green tech, industrial solutions, and it's in every else industries which we are good at in Germany. So Mark, please, it's your floor. Please make an introduction that everybody understands what are the services they can expect.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. I hope I did everything correctly in sharing my screen. Can you just confirm that you see the presentation, please? Okay, I presume it's okay what I'm showing. So yeah, hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to our session from my side. My name is Mark Meckler from the Essen Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and responsible for the international team in our chamber. And in the next minutes, I'm here to guide you through the journey of, well, starting and growing your business, especially with our support from the Chambers of Commerce and Industry here in North Rhine-Westphalia. Namely, we are 7 IHKs who work together on this program for several years now. It's the 7th edition when I'm counting it right. And as you will later hear, you have great regions and locations you can choose from in North Rhine-Westphalia to set up your business. And really, you're spoiled for choice. But before we present those great cities and regions, we would like to let you know how we, the Chambers of Commerce, can be of value in your future plans coming to Germany, hopefully in one of our regions. And yeah, the Chambers of Commerce. Who are we? In fact, I would say we are some kind of a family, a special family that is organized differently than in most of the countries you're coming from. And so I would like to share some knowledge about the general idea of our organization, our tasks, and where we are located. And so, yeah, we are 71. We're a family of 71 in Germany. IHKs, regional IHKs, and our parents, yeah, is that mother, father, whatever, sits in Berlin. It's our umbrella organization, DIHK, and we have siblings. We have a lot of siblings. It's the German Chambers abroad in 150 locations in, I would say, 93 countries. I hope, Carolina, you will not correct me because the system is still growing. And so that's the overall view on us. Now let's get to North Rhine-Westphalia. We have 16 IHKs in North Rhine-Westphalia, and we have 1.2 million member companies. That's huge. I will explain you why we have so many, because in many other countries it's far less the member companies. Maybe a number for you to know, most of them are small and medium-sized enterprises, and 30% are of a larger scale. They are registered in the commercial register. The others are small businesses, could be service providers, an eBay seller, whatever. So really also very small businesses up to the very big ones. What are our tasks? Especially, there's one thing that is very important to know. We are a public corporation with legal compulsory membership, meaning if you're coming from industry, trade, or commerce, you will be member in an IHK. And that explains the huge number of member companies we have in North Rhine-Westphalia. And we are called the self-government body of the economy, meaning we have legal tasks to fulfill, up to 100 around. We have to fulfill for the state instead of the state, because we say we can do it better than the state to work for the economy. And according to IHK law, we have to enhance the local business of industry, service, and trade. And we represent also with the politics or at the administration level the interests of our member companies, of our chambers districts. And yeah, IHK is usually Industrie- und Handelskammer, but you can play with it and make it a nice acronym. IHK, Interessenvertretung, that's standing for advocacy. It's hoheitliche Aufgaben, standing for the sovereign tasks we have to fulfill, and Kundenservice, that's the client service for you, the member companies. So what are we providing for you? What could be interesting when you come to Germany, even not being a member, just planning on coming to Germany? You can reach out for us. We also support non-member companies if we have the feeling, hey, that's a good idea to connect you with our companies here in the region, or if you plan to start a business in our region. So I have to go through my notes. It was more free. Yeah, so our main objective is to support the economic development of our member companies, and that can include everything from legal and tax guidance to business setup, networking opportunities. They are mentioned here on the slide. So we offer a lot of personalized advice on how you start the company, about funding and financing, insights to markets, access regulations, customs, foreign trade legislation. So you see, it's really an abundance of information and services we provide. And we cooperate with our local business development agencies quite closely, I would say, every IHK. So that means if you're looking to set up a business in our regions with the relationship to those development agencies, we ensure that you will have support on every step of your way, from site selection to operational expansion. And let's come to my last slide. What else do we offer? I think for you, right at the beginning, networking will be your key in business. And there I would say we are very strong. We facilitate the connections with the local business networks, with the startup ecosystems in our regions, or with local authorities. And yeah, we can provide overviews regarding sector-specific databases, or with contacts to associations and federations, and there are plenty in Germany. For every sector you can imagine, there will be a federation or association you can benefit from. And yeah, maybe important for you to know, you can also get access to information on sectors, current topics like in the fields of innovation, environment, energy, and so on. Let's keep it short. So our key message, as I wrote it down, it's really very simple. Ask us everything concerning business. Keep us in mind if you do your first steps in Germany. We might not know the answer, not being the specialist for every task, but I think our goal is always we are here to help you to navigate through the complexities of establishing and growing your business in Germany. So from my side, come to us to North Rhine-Westphalia, where you will see there are today 7 great regions, which could all be a perfect fit for you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. So I think, and you mentioned one thing which is really important is that Europe, especially Germany, is very complex in everything else around the legal situation, the taxes, and so on. If you can get support on these kind of things from the IHKs, that's amazing. So for every startup wants to work in Germany, this is a service which is outstanding, and it's really simple program. As if you ask me, simple setup, but with a huge opportunity, what it can deliver at the end. Great. So what are the EIHKs for in Germany are the so-called AHKs, very difficult, Außenhandelskammer, AHKs, for outside of Germany. And to let you understand a little bit more about what this is, we have invited Caroline Hüttner, and she will give you an overview about what are the AHKs doing and what is it. Caroline, it's your floor.
Thank you. I hope you can see my presentation now. I have some problems with my connection. And it's a bit...
Yes, we can see. Yep. We can see.
Good. So, hello everyone. I'm Caroline Hüttner. I'm Director AHK Programs at projects at the German Chamber of Commerce in Berlin. And I will present to you the network of the German Chambers of Commerce abroad today. So let's start first with, no, I can't change it. It's not working. Now it works. Sorry, my internet is quite slow today, so probably it will take some time. So I'm working for the German Chamber of Commerce and Industry here in Berlin. So what is it? It's the voice of German businesses. We support companies here in Germany. And most of all, what's my job is to coordinate the AHK network worldwide. So we're right with the 150 locations. So we are the umbrella association of the German Chambers of Commerce and Industry in Germany, and we are the coordinator of the German Chambers of Commerce abroad. So as already said, we have 79 German Chambers of Commerce and Industry in Germany, and the whole network of German Chambers of Commerce abroad has 150 locations in 93 countries. So the German Chambers of Commerce abroad are one of the 3 pillars of German foreign trade promotion. We have the foreign representatives of the federal government, like embassies and consulates. We have Germany Trade and Invest, which is the economic development agency of the Federal Republic of Germany. And we have the German Chambers of Commerce abroad, which are the official representation of German businesses abroad. Some facts and figures. We opened our first office in 1894 in Brussels, Belgium. So we have 130 years of experience. And as already mentioned, we have 150 locations in 93 countries. Last year, we had about 48,000 active memberships. We received nearly 300,000 company requests, and we organized more than 6,500 events. And overall, we have worldwide 2,300 employees. Here you have a map of our 150 locations. So you can see we are nearly everywhere. We're on every continent. It ranges from A, like Australia, to Z, like Zambia. So probably we are also in your country. Our latest office was opened in June last year in Ivory Coast. So we are one institution with three main functions. As I already said, we are the official representation of German businesses. We are a member organization, so we organize events where you can get in touch with German and local companies in your specific country. A lot of AHKs have a local startup economy environment where you can get in contact with. And we also offer services. So we help German companies to gain footage in a specific country. So for example, we organize delegation trips for German companies, and there we organize matchmaking and roundtables. So there you can get in touch with German companies from Germany. And we also do it the other way around. So we also organize delegation trips to Germany. If you want to find out more about our network, you can visit our website ahk.de, or you can follow us on LinkedIn to stay up to date and get all relevant information. If you have any questions or if you need a specific contact for your country, then you can just contact me and I will get in touch with the local AHK.
Thank you very much, Caroline. That's every time I'm listening to what you guys are doing, I'm learning new things. That's grateful. So even as a German, it's always great to see in how many countries you have representations and the collaboration between the AHK and the IHK. So the transfer from outside to the inside and vice versa is a very powerful thing. So I'm always happy to understand more. So Mark Meckler already mentioned there are several IHKs in North Rhine-Westphalia, and we have 7 today with us in the call. We have wonderful cities, which you know maybe like Düsseldorf, Duisburg, Essen, IHK Nordwestfalen, Mittleres Ruhrgebiet, Dortmund with a great football club, UFC in Hagen, and so on. So I have a list with like which is starting now, and and I can see her already, will be Katrin Lange, who will talk about IHK Düsseldorf, the city where I'm in right now at the moment. So wondering where you're sitting at the moment. I'm on the Henkel campus. So.
Okay, perfect. So I have to start my timer. And I think, Benedikt, you are going to do the presentation, right? You are the master of the presentation.
Exactly.
Okay. So hi, my name is Katrin from the Chamber of Commerce and Industry Düsseldorf, and Benedikt, next slide, please. And we start our journey in the capital city of North Rhine-Westphalia. So discover with me the startup ecosystem in Düsseldorf with over 420 startups. And Düsseldorf has a very lively and fast-growing startup scene and offers ideal conditions for building and scaling new businesses. So, and I have to start my timer now. So our strong industrial backbone, and please, Benedikt, next slide. And you will see, I can imagine Mark Thoms, the Mark with the hair, sitting right there in one of the offices of the Henkel Corporation. And this is a part of our industrial backbone, and it dates back from the boom of the industrial age, with strong companies like Henkel being known for chemicals, adhesives, and cosmetics. The steel industry was playing an important role in our history, and now we added a new flavor to it, the green transformation of our city, and our aim is to be climate neutral by the year 2030. And one of the newest additions to our family is EUREF Campus, and with EUREF Campus Düsseldorf, there has been set up an international showcase for the shift towards renewable energy. And it is one of the only 2 innovation campus of its kind in Germany, and around 4,000 employees from established companies, and startups as well as science and research will be working in close collaboration and in an inspiring environment on the future subjects like energy, mobility, sustainability, and logistics. Next slide, please. Düsseldorf is just in the middle of Europe. Our catchment area, as you can see, is quite big, and not only our airport contributes to the prosperity of our city, but we are also home to one of the most famous and biggest trade fair areas in Europe. So with international trade shows like Drupa, K, Tube and Wire, Boat, and many more, Messe Düsseldorf offers trade fairs. You should all you cannot miss them in your sector. Next, please. So Düsseldorf attracts international experts from all over the world, sometimes for some weeks, for some months, and I can tell you some of them are going to stay forever. If you are in Düsseldorf, do not miss our expert service desk team. They help you navigate around any obstacles that might occur during your endeavor to settle here, and they also know the best beer bars for our famous top fermented dark beer. Next, please. So Düsseldorf offers the ideal infrastructure for startups or established corporates, for newcomers on the domestic market, or inventors from abroad, for sole traders starting a new business, or team players. And I already think my time is over. So please, Benedict, go to the last slide. Oh, no, stop there for 1 second. So today you are going to see many, many big names from all over our region. And that makes me really happy because NRW is home to so many different companies. So one last thing I want to give you is what differentiates us maybe from other regions, and I think it's our internationality. And so what others say about us is that Düsseldorf, we are like called the little Tokyo on the Rhine. We have lots of companies from the US, from Japan, from China, from India. So you will find all the internationality you need in order to be successful. And with this being said, I hope you come, and Benedict, please go to the last slide. One more, and stop, one back. Future Tech Fest, 22nd of August. Don't miss us. We have a own booth, so please meet me at Future Tech Fest in Düsseldorf. And this being said, I hand over to Mark again.
Thank you very much. Great overview. I was happy to see our logo and the old picture of the company I'm working for. So, and this is something I can just confirm, that's a great place to live. So if you are having a family, and I think Düsseldorf has everything you need. You have the river, you have great beer, good very international landscape. Everybody speaks English, so you have a great time here. So Düsseldorf is for sure one of the best cities I know in Germany. So thanks, Katrin. I think you presented Düsseldorf exactly like it should be. Thanks a lot. So from Düsseldorf, we are now moving a bit into the Ruhrgebiet. We are going to the IHK Duisburg. This will be presented by Markus Rasch. So he will have the pleasure to tell you about a city with 7 seas.
Yeah, thank you, Mark, and thank you, Katrin. Greets to the capital city, to Düsseldorf. So, and also a warm welcome from my side. My name is Markus Rasch, Niederrhein Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Duisburg-Wesel-Kleve. And yeah, why set up a company in Duisburg? Benedict, next chart, please. We are a logistics hub and steel site. Benedict, next chart, please. And here are some general facts. We're about 500,000 residents with about 22,000 IHK companies, from very small to very big companies. We have a very, very good infrastructure here. On the pic below, you can see the biggest inlet harbor in the world. So the waterway network is the logistics hub for Europe. And we also have the biggest steel making site in Europe. Next slide, please. With ThyssenKrupp Steel as one of the biggest players in our region, is building the first large-scale plant for the production of steel on the business of H2. So that affords a lot of technology, and Duisburg could be a hydrogen hotspot in Europe. So in fact, of that, there will be a great need of innovation, scientific and modern companies and specialists like you, with maybe your startup here in our region. Next slide, please. And Duisburg and Niederrhein have, well, we are a science location. Next slide, please. With two universities, the University of Duisburg-Essen with about 41,000 students, and I think about 19% international students, and the Rhine-Ruhr University of Applied Science, located in Kamp-Lintfort and Kleve, Niederrhein, with more than 7,300 international students. And yeah, the support associations of the both universities are managed by us, by the IHK. Next slide, please. Yes, oh my, I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, and in Duisburg-Wedau, next slide, please. A part of Duisburg is a technology center for technology-related companies, startups, and spin-offs planned. And it should be also the new campus for the University of Uni Duisburg-Essen and for scientific institutes. And should be act as a pacemaker and innovative technology forge for new startups and the working world of tomorrow. So on the page here below, you can see that there will be living space, and with the expansion of the Duisburg-Wedau Sports Park, yeah, it brings work and leisure together. So please come here. Next slide, please, Benedikt. And last but not least, next slide, please, Currywurst and Horst Schimanski. So what is that? Last but not least was the cult figure, or a figure of German TV, one of the most popular crime figures, played by here, Götz George, injured. And he investigated in Duisburg-Ruhr, the very creative part of Duisburg, with a lot of startup potential, with Haniel as one of the biggest companies managed startups. And his favorite dish is Currywurst. So you can see there a grilled sausage cut into pieces, with spices and sauce, and very well here in the Ruhr area. And I invite you to come here to Duisburg to setting up your startup, and in your leisure time to be part of the guided tour here, the Chimney Tour in Duisburg. So with some interesting information, and to see original film location, and it always ends with delicious Currywurst. And by the way, as far as I know, there's also a vegan version of it. So never mind. So I hope it was enough to come with your startup and your company to Duisburg or to the Niederrhein. And next slide, please. Understand me as your contact person of IHK to bring you together. And like Mark said, we might not know the answer, but we know where to find it. So over to Mark and Maike. Next slide, please. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Markus. So I think I can just confirm as well. So there's a university connecting Düsseldorf and Essen, the University Duisburg-Essen. I studied myself there, and this connecting as well the next part of our presentation. We're going over, I think, 20 kilometers away from Duisburg, there is Essen. And this, for the people who don't know about so much about North Rhine-Westphalia, we have this Ruhrgebiet, this a lot of cities which more than 500,000 of inhabitants close to each other. So it's a huge room for a lot of people who are living here, but with a lot of corporates like Haniel, what we heard so far. And now we are going over to Essen, presented by Mark and by Maike Sommer.
It will just be me, and
okay, again,
I
role.
really love to, yeah, I love to mention Maike. She supported me so much in all this project. So yeah, I will introduce her anyway at the end. So I just set up my timer, and I would say next slide, please. Yeah, what is your task? What could be the best location for your startup? And as you've already heard from Düsseldorf and Duisburg, NRW offers really several excellent spots for you to set up a business. And as I said, you're spoiled for choice. And we try to make your decision even harder. We, the MEO region, as we call us, could be your solution. Next slide, please. And with its excellent offerings, the MEO region could be your treasure trove of opportunities. But what is the MEO region? Well, imagine a vibrant hub, nearly 1 million people strong, Spread across 3 dynamic cities at the back door of the Düsseldorf airport, we like to mention it, it's very close. It's Mülheim, then our largest city, Essen, and the O stands for Oberhausen. Next slide, please. And why the MEO region, you might ask? Well, there's plenty the region has to offer. We have more messages, less images. Our connectivity and infrastructure makes our region a magnet for logistics companies. We offer ample affordable office and co-working spaces. We have 30 universities and research institutes boasting over 33,000 students, and furthermore, 40 institutions dedicated to research, education, and networks. And thereby, one question is answered for you. You have a constant access to a rich talent pool, which is guaranteed. And then there's Essen, the 10th largest city in Germany, and the economic powerhouse of our region. Not only does it boast a substantial GDP per employed person, but it's also home to nearly 23,000 companies, including the German stock market giants from DAX, Brenntag, E.ON, and RWE. And you have to bear in mind, Essen was once the energy capital of Europe. It is still Germany's energy heartland and the capital, hopefully, for hydrogen and green energy in the making. And according to the Undersurvey of 2022, it's the most funder-friendly city in Germany. I hope that counts still for today. Next slide, please. In highlighting an abstract of our corporate colossus within the MEO region, we aim to showcase the synergies available for you, the startups, with the drivers of change in Germany. Whether you're focused on green energy, here I'd like to feature on E.ON, RWE, or West Energy. If it's on industrial solution, let's name ThyssenKrupp, Evonik, Brenntag, or Schauenburg. Or on digital life sciences, here I introduce our software powerhouses, Optadata, Bitmark, Myneva. Our region hosts leaders and global players in every section. That counts for many more fields. And I didn't even mention the abundance of medium-sized enterprises, which you, Mark, already pointed out, that form the backbone of our economy, well, in every area in Germany. Next slide, please. The MEO region boasts a thriving startup ecosystem supported by a network of institutions dedicated to your success. I highlight our innovation hubs like BRIC or Ruhr Hub, over the business development agencies like EWG or BMR, our expert welcome center, and up to our universities. We've got you covered in every field of support you might need. To make things better, our region is rich in investors and funding opportunities, and all of them, we are interconnected. We form a vibrant community eager to welcome you. And last slide, please. In the MEO region, we're not just offering a location, we're inviting you to join a community where your startup can thrive, surrounded by innovation, support, and opportunities. And to make a start, contact my colleague Michael or me. We'll be glad to support you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark. And also on behalf of Maike, thank you very much. And Essen is a great city. I lived there for more than 5 years, had a lot of fun there. A lot of big corporates are there from the retail sector, from logistics, but as well from energy as well. So if you are in green tech, Essen is anyway a must-have. Duisburg is for logistics a must-have. And we are now going over to Gelsenkirchen, where you most likely know the football club behind from the past, Schalke 04. But Gelsenkirchen has much more than football. Madeleine Läufger will now present the great city of Gelsenkirchen, IHK, please.
Yes, thank you very much. I will present more than that, just the city of Gelsenkirchen, but the whole economic region of North Westphalia, not to be mistaken with the federal state of North Rhine-Westphalia. So we are the federal state, but without the Rhine, as to say. So next slide. There you can see our region on the top right. In the dark blue color, you can see our whole district, which covers about 1/5 of the whole federal state of North Rhine-Westphalia. Our Chamber of Commerce and Industry has 3 locations in Münster, Gelsenkirchen, and Bocholt, near the Dutch-German border. And we do count 150,000 member companies. And with that, we are one of the biggest CCIs in Germany, indeed. We cover 2 regions, the Münsterland region and the Emscher-Lippe region, which the second one is part of the famous Ruhr area. And what is special about our region? We have 2.6 million inhabitants. Just to give you an idea about that, 2.6 million inhabitants is half of Norway's population. We do have a GDP of more than 90 billion euros per annum, which is more than the GDP of whole countries such as Croatia or Lithuania. 99% of our companies are small and medium-sized, so we are a very stable economic region when it comes to businesses, and we do have a quite high exportation rate of about 40%. So in the next slide, you can see some more facts and figures about our industries. Our region is strong in chemical industry. We have one of the biggest chemical parks in our region in Marl. The second biggest industry is the food industries, and the third one is mechanical engineering. But we are not just focusing on that, but we have a great network of a lot of companies and clusters and institutions. So what is our main focus, what is special about our region, is that we are a green tech region. On the next slide, you can see that there is a whole economy, there's a whole network, and there's a whole universe of green tech players in our region, not only companies such as NAPTA, for example, an electrolyzer startup, but as well R&D institutions with the University of Münster, for example, with this famous MEET research institute of battery production. And we do indeed have a really great investments of the German state. In the next years, we will have the biggest research fabric of battery cell production in Münster. So we will be one of the centers in Europe and worldwide for battery production. But not only that, we are great in the hydrogen production as well. We have a lot of companies that are active in this field. And not only the companies itself that are producing technologies, but of course also companies that are suppliers. So if you're looking for a great region with continuous and vigorous population growth and a broad industry structure with many SMEs and numerous hidden and innovation champions, a good R&D infrastructure with a lot of universities and research centers, a strong research green tech region, a strong digital and banking and insurance sector, a well-integrated startup and transfer facilities, we will be happy to get into contact with you and talk about your possibilities in our region. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So great. Sorry for, I thought it's like Gelsenkirchen, but it's IHK North Rhine-Westphalia, meaning a bigger. I'm learning every day new things. Thank you very much. Very interesting. And so we are now joining the next IHK towards the Mittleres Ruhrgebiet, and this will be presented by Jessica Solbömer, and she will give you an overview about the heart of the Ruhrgebiet.
Yes, hello, welcome to an overview to our Chamber of Industry and Commerce for the Mittleres Ruhrgebiet. The four cities, Bochum, Herne, Witten, and Hattingen, count to our chamber district. But first of all, my name is Jessica Solbömer. I'm the consultant for international affairs. And on the picture, you can see all my dear colleagues who support you in your business. And I got some slides for you, some more slides for you, but I'll try to keep it short. Next slide, please. Our chamber district has around about 35,000 member companies and 242,000 employees who contribute to a robust local economy. Next slide, please. Bochum is our biggest city, and it's the city of knowledge and services. We host here our innovation hub, like the Mark 51.7 and the Gesundheit Campus Bochum. Next slide, please. Herne focuses on logistics, highlighted by the Baukau Innovation Center and Herne Port. Next slide, please. Witten focuses on Industry 4.0 and metal products, but Witten also offers a beautiful natural landscape. Next slide, please. And Hattingen combines industry and tourism, and it has a beautiful historic old town that you need to visit. Next slide, please. So we are an educational hub with 12 universities and over 30 research institutes, making us to a powerhouse of innovation and research. Next slide, please. We call us also the Europe's largest IT security education hub because we also house the company G-Data that you maybe know, who has invented the first antivirus program. And we has also over 40 startups in the field of IT security. Next slide, please. Our district is also home to 4,950 industrial companies, as like ThyssenKrupp Steel, ZF Industrie, Betriebe, and BP Europe. Next slide, please. And we are leading the green transformation with projects like the MSHA transformation, focusing on sustainable development and green hydrogen. Next slide, please. And Mark 51.7 symbolizes Bochum's transformation into an innovation hub where knowledge drives the economy, hosting institutes and companies that provide over 10,000 new job opportunities. Next slide, please. So thank you for your attention. Sorry for rushing over the slides, but yeah, we need to be on time, and yeah, we are looking forward to hearing from you, my colleague Leah and me. Thank you.
Thanks, Jessica. Great overview about a great city. So on the great region. So the next one is going over to Dortmund, just a few kilometers down the A40. You see like it's moving and it's not far away. And this is what I mentioned before. All the cities very close to each other. So meaning if you want to visit a customer, potential collaboration partner, whatever, everything is very close. So next one will be in Dortmund, Simone Herrmann. Simone, it's your floor.
Hello, everybody. My name is Simone Herrmann, and I'm from the Chamber of Industry and Commerce in Dortmund. And I'm going to show you this logo of the Startup Germany tour again, because my colleague Dominic, who can't be here today, he kind of invented this tour in 2017. And that's why all of you are here. So Dortmund is a city of 600,000 inhabitants. Plus the Chamber also is responsible for Cham, Unna, and Schwerte. So there are some surrounding cities. All in all, it's about 1 million people living in this circle. I'd just like to give you a brief impression of what's expecting you here in Dortmund. So next slide, please. We used to be heroes of coal, steel, and beer, as we used to say here. I don't know if you heard about it, you got knowledge a little bit about this region. Back in 1987, the last coal pit was closed, and in 2001, the last steel mill was closed. While in this steel mill near that you see here, my grandfather still used to work. While now there's the Center for Production Technology and a whole new digital region in the same site. And meanwhile, the change was thoughtfully planned. The university, the Technical University in Dortmund, only opened in 1968. And the foundation of the Technology Center was in 84. Since 1985, hundreds of technology-based startups found their way into the market with an insolvency rate below 5%. Now, how did that work? Next slide, please. Here you see lots of logos and institutions which form a network of empower young companies. But what it really is, it is the people that makes things happen. Sure, we got these initiatives, like I mentioned, Technology Park, which has special centers for microstructure technology, for production technology, for biomedicine, for logistics. We got also logistic hub, Fraunhofer Institutes, two. That's the ISST and the Fraunhofer Institute for Material Flow. We got the Max Planck Institute for Molecular Physiology and all kinds of, I don't want to name them all, Technical University, University of Applied Science. We got all some kind of public institutions, but all these are just names. Next slide, please. We all work together and we make up events here to have these startups meet with science and economy. That's the nationwide startup competition Start to Grow, where you hand in a business plan and have a nationwide competition within all these networks, all these partners working together. These bar sessions, they always have some topic. May it be in KI, or may it be law, or may it be something that startups might be interested in. So they meet every 2-3 months, and those partners get together. Same thing with these third Wednesdays, which happen every third Wednesday, like I said. And even if I don't name all these, it matters if people meet from all different parts, from the startups, from the science, from big companies, small companies. They exchange their experience and they work on things together. Next slide, please. So it's not all work in Dortmund. I don't know if you heard about our soccer club, it's BVB. They say it's the best soccer stadium in the country or the world. I think it's the world. And of course, you can see big rock concerts here. We have a great park in Dortmund at daytime, nighttime. We got a big nightlife. You have sports here. You have nature, a lot of rivers, forests, and whatever you need. And what we also got in Dortmund is some welcome service who attends you when you want to move into Dortmund, how to find an apartment, how to find a kindergarten for your kids, how you find a European school, let's say, or whatever help you would need. Same thing business-wise with how to find the right patent lawyer or whatever you need. We support you here from the city of Dortmund, connected with the economy service of the city. And since I talk already about work again, let's go back to work again. Next slide, please. This is Europe's largest high-tech and technology park, which was built in 85, opened in 85. And there we got right next door in close density, the Technical University, University of Applied Science, several institutes. There are 40,000 people working there, plus the about 80,000 students studying there. So 20,000 people in these companies that are here in the technology park, plus the companies that moved out and built their own business around, and 20,000 people in the institutes and in the universities. Just one thing I'd like to mention, if you come to Dortmund, there you might have an associate membership, let's say in this technology center, where you have like half an hour, have your postal address there. You can use conference rooms, but you don't rent an office there yet. You settle all your things, whatever you need to come to Germany, and then after that, move into the rooms. That's just one tip from me. And now next slide. So when will we see you in Dortmund? This is my contact dates. If you want to scan this, you come to my LinkedIn. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Simona. I think pretty great overview about Dortmund. Another coincidence. I was born in Dortmund. My mother still is living there. My mother is from the Netherlands. So if she's not going back, there need to be more reasons than just Borussia Dortmund to stay in this city. So we have the final candidate now who will present and introduce themselves is Nick Neidl. He will speak about Hagen. That's not far away from Dortmund as well. So again, everything very close to each other. Nick, it's your floor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark. Hi, my name is Nick Neidl. I'm consultant for international affairs, customs, and foreign trade at the South Westphalian Chamber of Industry and Commerce. So yeah, on the next slide, I would like to give you a brief introduction about what South Westphalia is really all about. So our region, as you can see here on the right-hand side, is one of the leading industrial regions in North Rhine-Westphalia and is one of the top 4 industrial region in whole Germany. So this makes the whole region quite special because we are home to more than 165 world market leaders, also known as hidden champions, which I will show you later on. So this whole region is, yeah, has the highest density of, or highest industrial density in Germany, and beside that, it also has such a beautiful landscape. So overall, we also have such several universities and also research institutions due to that. So overall, in our region, we have more than 46,000 companies, mainly in the industry and manufacturing sector. So overall, in our region, there are living more than 775,000 people. So on the next slide, I would like to show you why you should move and set up your business in South Westphalia. So we have a good quality of living due to our beautiful landscape beside the industrial areas. There are many hills, many forests, rivers, streams, so you can work and live where others spend their holidays. In general, the costs of living are quite affordable. So when in comparison to urban centers, as you have seen before, the rents are quite low. So this makes it even for startups quite attractive, and also for your family if you want to move to Germany. So besides spending time on work, it's also a great region to enjoy your free time, because we are home to professional sport clubs like in basketball, handball, ice hockey, and also fistball. But what also could be quite interesting for you, I can show you on the next slide, because we as a chamber also promoting our startups. So not even the startups which are located here in our region, but also the startups which are coming from abroad, like you. So we have an emerging startup scene in South Westphalia, and yeah, so therefore we also have a great network based on politics, business, science, and society collaborations. And we as a chamber are one player in this network. So if you have further questions, please let us know. But what could be more interesting to you is our hidden champions. So we have highly innovative family-owned businesses here, as you can see on that slide, and maybe a few of them you already have seen, or yeah, does ring a bell to you. So if you want to get in contact with these kind of companies, please reach out to me. On the next slide, I have here my contact details, which you can just make a screenshot. We also have the LinkedIn page where we are promoting international information about our region. Also a podcast if you want to learn your German. And yeah, in any case, if you have further questions about our region, about our companies, just reach out to me. Here are my contact details, but I will shoot you my email also in this chat. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick. So now this was a lot of input for you guys. And of course, maybe you have some questions. If you are having questions, please address them now. When I'm not able to answer, maybe one of my colleagues will be able to give you the right answer towards your questions. If you're having questions, please speak up now. I see a question in the chat. Can you send us the recording session? Not sure. It's not. I can't answer this. This needs to be answered by Mark Meckle, and the others, if this is possible. I don't know. I would love to answer, but not sure.
I think Benedict, it would be a question to you as the
Yeah,
organizer.
I think we will.
Everything will be.
Yeah, we will give the recording. We will upload all the recordings of all the webinars pretty soon on our website and also on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Well, if there's no question coming, there's one thing I would like to say. Is thank you so much, Mark, that we could have you as moderator of this session. It's always great to have you and to know that you're a supporter, a fan of our tour. It makes it more credible if it's someone from outside, especially from, I would say, from a funding sector, from the financing sector, when you say, yeah, that makes sense, that this tour takes place. And great thank you to all the ones of you who organized it, who are at the back end. And Benedict, show your face, please. I think everyone, they should see who is the mastermind in organizing this thing. And especially, yeah, it's true. We have to say thank you to the Dortmund Chamber. They have the biggest workload during all this tour. I think I speak for all of us to share those thanks. So, Mark.
Yeah, last sentence
next,
maybe
from
my side is so I think there's one thing you all should take away from this session. It is about, if you look into the venture capital industry, if you look into the startups, what you're representing today, usually the startups are looking for good collaborations early stage, financial VCs investing early stage, then strategic VCs coming in a later stage. And then anyway, most of the companies are deciding to go over to the US, but the starting points in the early stages to stay and then hopefully also remain in Europe is an important thing. So if you come over, I can tell you, you will not regret it. I've seen so many startups coming up here. I see so many collaborations, and you will have a good time for your families, for everyone. Look into this. Germany is much cooler than you think, and the people here you met today are also great people. And if you have questions, please reach out to them. Have a great day, everyone. And if there's nothing else to say, have a great Thursday evening.
Thank you all, and see you soon, hopefully.
Ciao, ciao.
Goodbye.